Hey, it's Arcsecond. In this video, I'll go over how I go about warding mid lane. I'll be doing this from blue side's perspective. Normally, the first ward I try to get out is if I've been pushing the first two waves. So during the first, second, right after, I'll go for this ward. And that way you can see the jungler, if you start top side, you'll see him doing his Wraith camp. And he might be fairly low, and you can also try to steal his Wraith camp. If I didn't go for this ward and the lane's playing out normally, then I'll try to get my first ward out right at the start of the third mini wave, or before, or right after the second one. And I'll try to go for this ward. Gives you a lot of vision and gives you a lot of heads up if he is ganking it after he does his Wraith camp around level 3. You also go for a ward right here, but you normally want to go for here. You can also place it in this bush. If you're short on time, it actually does about the same thing. You just have a little less time, but if you might miss too much mid, it's worth it to go for this one. You just can move over it, drop it in there, and it will cover you because this wall is really hard to go around. And a jungler might even take a turret shot if he's going around this wall, so it's not that common. A jungler who will go around this wall often is Hecarim, since he wants to get behind you. You can go for this ward, but this ward becomes better later in the game, especially if the enemy top lane is doing well. This ward becomes even more important. On this side of the map, you can go for this ward, but they might not cover you, since if the jungler goes around this way, and it's a lot more likely that he's going to come in this way. It's safer here, and it's a lot easier to gank from around this wall. So normally I try to drop a ward here. Right here is good too. You get to see him a little earlier, and then this bush is okay. You can also go for here, but this ward overall doesn't give you that much vision, so normally I try to go for this ward or this ward. After that, so once these wards die out, you normally want to reward areas that you already have vision in, because those are normally areas you're strong in, or wherever you have pressure if your jungler's around. So I'll try to, when these wards are dying, I'll try to replace them. And so I'll just drop another one right on top of it. And that's pretty much for the first two wards. If the lane's going well, and you have more time, you can start getting more aggressive wards and deeper vision. So I'll try to go for this ward normally, on this side of the map, because this ward is a better version of this ward. I learned this one from watching Dopa stream a lot, because it gives you get to see them doing the Wraith camp again, but you have this vision early, and you get to see above the red. So overall, this is one of my favorite wards. You can also go, this bush is okay, but you don't get to see down here, and yeah, you just don't have vision of the Wraith camp. Ward similar to this one is right here. Get to see them coming early, but it doesn't cover you from river, which is a pretty likely gank path. So you normally do this one if you already have a ward here. This one's more important. You normally stick to this ward. But this one's good, especially if you get doing this ward before when their blue buff's about to come up, because your mid laner might roam over there. You might be able to poke them down, or even burst them. Other good wards, I like getting this ward's good, especially after you back. And even better if you've pushed out second, so he's already backed, and you push out second, and then you're backing, since he's going to be able to push out, so you'll be able to see what he's about to do, since he's likely to roam, or at least you'll know which side he's warding, or which side he's playing to. Another version of this ward is right here. I like this one even more. You still get to see mid lane, but you get to right here, but you get to see over this railing, and this railing is really easy to pick over since this wall is small. You can do this wall, but this one, yeah, this wall's slightly harder to do. Okay, let's go to. Again, if the blue buff or red buff are coming up and you don't have that much time and you have a chance to steal it, you can just walk over, drop a ward over the wall. You can also do the same thing over here. On red side, it's easier to actually, you can get this ward. It's not that hard if you have some vision and pressure on this side of the map. You can also go for a ward here and here, but again, this one and this one are normally better if you can get them in there. You can also go for a ward here, but normally I like this one a little bit more, or you can even go ward here or here. These are deeper, so you normally get these slightly later into the game. You get these when normally their bot tower's down. You can start going for wards like this. Another one we're missing right now is after you've taken mid tower yourself. Then you can go for, normally this is one of the most important wards, Just getting a ward around here, so outside of this tower's vision. And then this ward becomes more important, and this ward, again, when bot lane starts losing pressure, or even if they have pressure, when Dragon Rift Herald became a threat. So this one, even if you normally want to go for this one even earlier if they have a jungler that can take Dragon really early, and if it's an important drag, like if it's Fire Drag right now in the current meta, then you want to get this ward out even earlier, since someone might try to go for it. And someone like Kha'Zix, Vi, Rek'Sai, someone who does a lot of damage can solo this dragon. You want to get this ward out even earlier, or even just ward the dragon, you can do that. As a mid laner, you can get over there. I think that just about covers it. I think I'm forgetting one thing. The deeper vision against champions like Nocturne, or stuff like Rammus that might come in kind of fast, Hecarim. You want to get the deeper wards normally. Alright, I think that covers it for green wards. We'll switch to pink. Pink wards, it's really important that you don't show where you're placing them so they'll last even longer. So normally you want to do, so if you push on mid lane, you want to try to go for a pink ward right away. So instead of getting straight to lane, you go through here. Normally I'd go for this ward. You can also go with this ward, and this ward are good. Especially if you're an assassin, this ward's really good, so you can go for picks over this wall. But this one are just more aggressive versions of this one, so you can go for those if you have pressure on this side of the map. You can go for a sneaky ward down here if you have a lot of time, and for some reason you've just been in this side of the jungle, like if you've invaded with your jungler. More defensive wards on this side of the map are right here. Covers your blue, so when you're going over to blue. Normally they also try to, it's likely that they'll ward over if they have pressure on this side of the map. Even more defensive ward is right here. This one's even better if the enemy top laner is taking this tower, then you're likely to be ganked from this side. On this side you can go for this pink, it's not bad. You can still poke over here, but normally you need more vision than just this one because again it doesn't cover this entrance that well. So the most common one is after you push a mid, and you come back to lane, you go for this one. I think this one's one of the most common pink wards for mid lane. Another good one is this one, but this one's kind of even harder to defend than this one, since bot lane's around. And bot lane will normally come through, or their support might come down and try to ward this bush often and find it. You can go for pink here. They won't check this bush as much, they might just walk through, but it doesn't give you that much vision. A really good one to get, especially if you can get this one early. Like if you've TP'd back to mid lane and you push out really quick, you can run through here and drop a pink in here. It normally lasts a long time. It's like this ward up here. And then a more defensive pink ward on this side of the map is right here. If your bot lane lost their tower pretty quickly, you go for this pink ward. I think that just about covers it. Please let me know if this video was helpful in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.